Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles and this is episode 28 of our series here on the Pichonniere Valley. Rain at the beginning of the episode like there was at the end of the last episode, so... Okay, so as is becoming our habit, we have to begin every episode now, or soon in every episode anyway, with going down here and collecting our goat milk. Okay, let me back off a little bit so I can see. There we go. Okay, 6,000 liters of goat milk. Yeah, that was full, so... And here we go across our field that's already been mowed. It's gonna be hard to find the grass in that field pretty soon. I don't look forward to exactly baling it in the rain. Hello, white car. Fancy seeing you again. Now we do have a product to sell today. There's only one thing that we have that we've been storing that is okay to sell, and it's in its best month, and that is the canola oil. So I guess while we're down here and dropping this off, we'll go ahead and see how much canola oil there is in there to take. And before we do that, we'll probably just go ahead and pick up whatever's left at the mill. Okay, a little bit of another 3,000 liters of canola. And of course flour, which we will, eventually add all of that to our bakery. Now, let's get out. Let's go over to that right there. Let's see, not goat milk, canola. So, is that all of the canola? I guess so. Okay. Well, that probably means that we can fit it, well, it depends on how many it'll stack it high. Okay, so I was looking right before 9 o'clock. Now, supposedly the highest price we can get is $5,677. Currently at the warehouse, under the selling, it is $58.36. Now, if we can't sell it there, then the best price is at the bar and grocery store, which is somewhere we also have never been. But for right now, I'll go to the warehouse and we'll try to find where it wants to buy this there. So I'm going to cut out this trip of driving in an effort to try to make these episodes a little bit shorter. They have been longer than I would like them recently. So I'm going to make this drive and I'll see you when we're there. Okay, here we are. I know it's taking a chance, but in the interest of possibly getting a slightly higher price, I'm going to come in here. Now, for selling, I wonder if it's here. Yes, it is. $75,968 with another $4,229 environmental score reward. So, yay. I'm hoping that the canola oil was more than we could have sold what canola we had for. I'm going to trust that the game isn't cheating us out of it and everything that way, so hopefully it is. Hopefully it is more, but it gets us back up to 173,287. I'm going to get back over to the farm and we'll see if this rain is going to let up by then. The forecast had it, at 8 o'clock, and by 10 it was gone. But of course it doesn't show me any of the time in between, and it doesn't always stop right at 10 o'clock either. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to the farm and I'll see you there. Okay, here we are. We are just about to pull our tractor back into the farm here, and then I think probably I need to go and gather up the let's see, probably the lime spreader. So I know we have fields that are still needing lime, including our new one, and that one is a monstrously huge one. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to fill this up before that. You've seen me do this a few times, so I'm going to go down here, fill this up, and then I'll meet you over at the new field. Okay, I'm just getting up to where I think I remember the entrance to this field being. I think it's up here at this top edge anyway. Yes it is. Okay. Hopefully this is going to be a field that the worker will not have any trouble doing. Well, not sure what happened there. Why? What? What in the world is going on? I put it on a worker and it lifts the whole thing up. Is it going to make me do this all myself, this big field? Oh boy. Okay, well, I better back off as far as I can get then. Okay, well, then again, it's got such a wide spread, maybe it won't take me long to do this, he said, famous last words. Anyway, it'll take me a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this into a time lapse, and I'll see you on the other end of it. Okay. Whew. Yeah, big field, but fortunately this thing has a very wide spread on it. We did have to refill it once, but hey, I kind of expected that. This field wasn't in the bad category of pH, but it was good. But I can only imagine if it was bad and it was having to put that much lime on here, we might have had to refill this thing a couple of times. So I feel pretty lucky for that. Good news is that the rain has stopped, so the windshield wipers don't run anymore, and we can feel better about doing things like imagining that our alfalfa bales have miraculously dried after the rain, and we can start wrapping those so that they can turn into silage and not rot. Okay. If you'll excuse me, I am getting a call right here. I'm going to stop right here and take that, and I'll cut this out. So, okay. Well, I initially dropped this tractor off and unhooked it from the lime spreader. I came over here because I thought my New Holland tractor was over here hooked to this, but it wasn't. So I went back and got this. I'm not sure where my New Holland is right now. I think anyway, the Dutes is hooked to the mower. I don't know. So anyway, you saw me do this, and I forgot to turn on the automatic drop. You saw me do this in the last episode in a time lapse, so I am going to just get this done and I'll cut this out, and then I'll meet you back up when it's done and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, wrapping the very last bale. Yay. And we just have to wait for them to ferment now. So fold that up. This can go away until the next time this needs to be baled. I do have, the rest of the pallet of new bale wrap is still over at the shop. I filled this up over there. I would need to put either take the trailer over there or put the front loader back on. Now, I did remember why the New Holland was not attached. Wait, is this a New Holland? It's blue, so I just defaulted to it being, no, it's not, it's a Valtra. That's why I doubted myself. I said, wait, that's not a New Holland, is it? But I made it blue, and so it fooled me. So, let's see. Is it? Okay, it's already unfolded, so I just need to turn it on, lower the pickup, and start picking up some of this grass here. But yeah, I had it down here on the baler because I had moved it directly from the other field. I wasn't using this to wrap, I was using the Massey Ferguson. So yeah, I'm gonna bale up this. Maybe I should have come down here with the windrower too. Consolidated some of these windrows. But anyway, I'm going to bale this up, and then I've got I can move it to another field. Because I've got the one down where our bakery is already mowed. I did that in the previous episode. And then the one across the creek there, the worker had backed into a tree and apparently not been able to figure out how to get away from it. So I'm going to have to go and finish that. I'll probably try putting that one on another worker. I did need to do, I took some trees down in the last episode, and I kind of needed to continue with that, because I've got some tree pieces that are left in our new grass field that we cultivated. I'll just go over here and get this, start on this line, come back and get some of those shorter ones later. But yeah, I've got some of the tree that fell, and it kind of chopped it into pieces a little bit. Oh, Charles, we're going to go into the water. Oh, just missed it. Yay. Yeah, I chopped some of those trees into smaller pieces, and so I'm having to go back and get those. But I didn't have a trailer with me or anything. I just had the tree cutter, the mulcher, and so I reached the capacity on that and couldn't do anymore. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the end of this. No use time-lapsing baling. We're going to get more of it later on. I'll do this field, I'll do the other field, and maybe cutting all that out will help me do some episodes that are a little bit shorter. Anyway, but so much to do, hard to tell. Okay, I am just finishing up this field here. Just a few more little pieces to get. Let's see if I can grab that part right there. Still missed a little bit of it. Okay, this should be the last bit of it here. I think I've gotten most of the stray bits. Okay. Now I'm going to leave that in that field right now. I'm going to go over in this field here. I left this tractor way down at the other end where it was up against the tree there. Now, I will try to pull it a little away from that tree and set it on a worker and see what they do. Don't go in the water. Don't back into the tree. What in the world? What? Completed their task. What? No, you haven't. Not anywhere close to it. Why? What about this field is hard? Okay, well, I didn't plan on doing this. I was going to go down and do a little bit of tree work while this was going on. Time is getting away from us here in this episode again, like it always does. So many fields to deal with. I really don't like the ×5. Like I say, I could probably deal with the ×3 maybe, but ×5 right now, when the fields have gotten so big and there's so much to do, just doesn't leave enough hours. But I guess I can't change mine to, I always forget about the cruise control there. Put that on. You know, I can't change mine unless Daggerman and Chainsaw change theirs. I am trying to play relatively close to what they're doing anyway. I'm following most of their rules. There might be a couple that I'm fudging on. I don't really know. I know I'm doing a lot of things that I normally don't do in my Let's Plays. It's actually a fairly recent thing that I've even you know, been using the crop calendar. You know, when I was first playing, and for a long time, and actually on my very first series that I recorded, it didn't make any sense to use the crop calendar. But you know, when I first started playing in FS19, I didn't want to use the crop calendar because I wanted to be able, you know, I was playing just for fun, you know, and I wanted to be able to plant whatever I wanted whenever I wanted, and I mean it was still, you know, it's still the price to sell the crop when I harvested and everything. I still had to basically go along the calendar that the game mandated for that. But as for when I put something in the ground, or if I wanted to grow stuff over the winter or something like that, I figured, you know, I should be able to. I wasn't trying to play at all realistically, so I forget now what it was, what the first one that I actually tried the crop calendar, and I tried it, and coming from not doing it, I hated it. And now I've kind of gotten used to it. I still, you know, I'm still like, wow, I can't, you know, there's nothing at all to plant in November, you know, except for like some cover crop things and stuff like that hardly anybody bothers to do. And yet, you know, they've made them such a big part of the selection there. I would have rather had, you know, a few more crops that we could use just a regular combine to harvest. I don't need any more, you know, cover crops or anything like that. But yeah, you know, but yeah, so of course the first series that I started recording was in FS22. It was the Mars series. So we were playing inside a dome on Mars, and so, you know, it didn't make any sense for me to use a crop calendar because the seasons, you know, even though Mars has seasons, they're not the same as the seasons on Earth. And the way if I had played it with the crop calendar and you know, played using seasons and everything, it would have been the Earth seasons, and it wouldn't have made sense. I was in a dome. It was temperature controlled. So why would I bother, you know, not planting what I wanted to when? Because I was under the impression that it pretty much, inside the dome, it pretty much stayed all year round temperature-wise. So, So yeah, I think I stayed on that kind of thing, just planning what I wanted the whole time that I was in FS22, and I don't think it was until I came here on 25, because while I was still doing 22, I started playing 25 after it came out, and I was looking for what map I wanted to do a new series on. And so it was on a few of those that I said, okay, well, you know, if I'm doing that, then I guess maybe I should try and do the calendar. And initially I tried it on a few maps and I just didn't like it. It was frustrating. Slowly I got used to it, and then I started my my series on the memory. Okay, that is all the mowing. It is all the mowing, right? Wow, a lot of fog down there. We're late in the day for fog. Okay, so I will park this back here in its usual position. Try and allow a little bit more space there. Okay. Now, while I've got a little bit of time left, I am going to use our Massey Ferguson here. I'm not going to bale that field over there in this episode. I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to hook to this trailer right here. Because it's the one with our wood chips in it. And that will enable me to go down here, hook to this. Okay, that's got the trailer somewhat filled now. What's it, 89% full? So we're going to go back down to our field down here, clear all those little bits of tree out of it. The little chunks that are left in the middle of the field, because I can't do anything with that while those are still there. And that means in the next episode, I will be able to do what I've been intending to do with that field. I am going to plant, I will now reveal, I am going to plant another field of trees. And I am going to try and pick a species that the trunk, when it's fully grown, is going to be small enough that this mulcher will not have any trouble harvesting them. Of course, you know, I could go let's see. Okay, got some pieces there. Let's see. Got that one. We all got some of it. Anyway. Okay, managed to get that piece. For some reason, I couldn't get I was trying to get my mulcher to lower. that get all of it? Yay. Okay, just a couple of pieces left under the... over next to the edge of the field here. Now, let's see. Did it take... yeah, I took both of those quick. Okay. Now, will it take... hopefully it got that stump too. Go ahead and take this tree here. I doubt it'll take this one, but we'll try it. It did take it. Wow. Okay. Maybe it really is just finding the sweet spot on it. Even on the big trees. Maybe if you can find a... I don't know if if you approach them from the right way, maybe you can get a smaller section of it into the harvester, and it'll go ahead and take it. Okay. Yeah, since I'm going to be putting trees in here, that's really the reason why I wanted to take these trees out, because I'm already going to have a stand of trees in here that I'm going to have to cut, and I really just didn't want a bunch of trees lining the road that are going to get in the way of me getting into all of them. So okay, we are 96% full. %99 full. I think that's probably as far as we should push that. Let me get into let's paint a little bit. Let's do some grass. Let's go. Wait. I just took the... okay, I didn't take that tree out, I guess. Figured this is one of the easier ways to take these bushes out. And then I can see where all the stumps are that I can get rid of. Okay. Okay, and let's see. Let's see, we're back in there. Last looking at our canola oil. I know where we sell our wood chips. I just want to make sure. Yeah, not until January. So we are... yeah, I didn't want to have all these trees sitting here and just wait to do them until, the time was right. But now we've got this, we've already been storing stuff in this trailer, so we might as well just keep storing in it. And we'll just have to remember when we go up to the animal dealer and sell these wood chips, we have to take the mulcher with us, because it's got 50,000 liters in that too. So yeah, I'm going to take this up here. I'm going to get it parked. Then I'll grab the trailer. We'll pick up some of these grass bales and get those fed to our goats, though I don't think they are in desperate need. And then while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and check the number of goats, just because they keep, it keeps increasing on me without me knowing. Oh shoot, did it? No, 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 no. Seriously. Why did I not think of that before I pulled in here? Nope, nope, other one. I want to disconnect the trailer. No, I wanted to disconnect it. Yeah, there. Yeah, we'll make a run through that field down there, collect the grass that's closest. I'll probably save the bales in the other field by the bakery there, and we'll pick those bales up next time. Like I say, no rush on getting food to them, that I know of anyway. Oh, I thought I'd be close enough to... I guess I'm getting used to the range on that big trailer. Okay, so 6 bales here. And we'll grab the last 2. Okay, our goats are now, we have 630. Okay, so that's, they haven't increased yet. They're going to do it again in 2 months. We'll probably end up with, like, at the rate they're going, we're going to end up with like 700 and some odd of them. 750 or something maybe? I don't know. Yeah, they're one thing away from... There we go. That gets their spawn point cleared out. So we'll make another run up to the pallet storage and put these in. And then we'll come back and we'll end the day by what we normally do at the end of the day, and selling all of our lettuce and tomatoes from our greenhouse. Let's see, November now, December next month. I know, no, I still don't think there's anything for us to plant except for whatever species of tree I should choose next. So we can plant those. Other than that, it's December, and I know December is a time. When there are lots of things that are at their best price, so they can be sold. Need to get rid of those bushes too, one of these days. Okay. Waited a little bit later in the episode than I normally do to get the bread, so we had more. Always does a quick reorganization of all the pallets and bales in there when we put more. It's nice that it keeps everything grouped together the way it does. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do some research to find what kind of tree I want to put down. I don't want a tree that's incredibly, slow growing, but I also want one that is going to have a trunk that's thin enough that we can actually harvest it. Now, I know this one that's standing here behind the greenhouses is a shagbark hickory. I don't know if it is fully grown. I've seen some other ones. Okay, I'm back here now, so I can go out of first person and okay, well, we have loaded as many as we can now, and it's still popping them out there. $98,016 with another 5,461, so over $100,000 for that one load. I doubt we're going to get that big of a haul from our next load, but who knows? Maybe. Wow, this thing is really produced. It didn't take us a long time to do that, did it? I mean, we emptied it in the last episode, right? Okay, well, I guess that's all of them. Looks like mostly tomato in this one. Yeah, 59,861 with another 3,334, so over $60,000 in that one. So, yay. Wow, it looks like, I know they were calling for more rain, and it looks like it's going to. So, I'm going to run down here. Got some warmth going inside the house there, chilly November day. And I hope all of you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please go down below and click the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. And if you want to be notified for when I make new videos, be sure and ring the bell. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.